to be able to get one, where I'm going, or two, back home. So let's try to break this down a little bit with someone who knows a little bit better than you how to deal with some of the challenges with air travel. Gabor Lucas is the founder of the nonprofit organization Air Passenger Rights, and we always appreciate having you on the show, Gabor. And the first thing I have to ask you is, I made it sound like that was someone imaginary, but I booked a vacation next month. And I'm not kidding. It's on Air Canada, and should I be worried right now?
Hi, Andrew. It's great to be with you. I would not be worrying at this time, and certainly I would not be incurring expenses at this time. What passengers need to know that even if there is a strike, Air Canada has an obligation to provide alternate transportation within a short amount of time. Once the workers have walked off the job, if a flight is canceled then either Air Canada can provide with alternate transportation departing within 48 hours of the original departure time on its own or partner airlines, or they have to buy you a ticket on a competitor airline at their own expense.
So, Gabor, when there are first of all, we should say it is very rare for there to be actual job action that interferes with air travel in Canada. I think it's fair to be able to mention that first. But with that in mind, there are a few things just to be wondering about when it comes to the compensation that airlines do offer. Is, as much as that's what it is on paper, Gabor, is that what the usual air traveler who's trying to get compensation or some form of relief, do they normally get that seamless booking on another flight within 48 hours, or do they have to fight for it?
Unfortunately, often airlines break the law because the government is not enforcing passengers' rights in a consistent and meaningful manner. In fact, they're not enforcing it virtually at all. There are only very few fines issued to airlines that break the law. But that should not worry you, because if the airline refuses to comply with its legal obligations, you document it, record your conversation, take photos, video, and then you buy yourself a ticket and then make the airline pay for it, if necessary, in small claims court. So don't play a kind of passive victim role here. You have some rights, although the APPR is terribly drafted and nothing compared to the European Union's gold standard. You still have some rights, and it really depends on you on whether you are going to actually insist on your rights.
And just thinking about those rights, this is for any air traveler. You don't have to buy travel insurance in order for you to qualify for compensation. You just have to go to court.
We are talking here about alternate transportation. You mentioned compensation, that's something different. Unfortunately, if a strike has already begun and then the flight is canceled, then under Canada's broken regime, there is no lump sum compensation. The airline's only obligation is to provide you alternate transportation, although you can opt to a full refund. However, I would caution against accepting a refund, even if they try to push it onto you, because that can give the airline a chance to wash its hands from the obligation to give you alternate transportation. But in Europe, if a flight is canceled due to a strike of the airline's own employees, the airline has to pay compensation, provide meals and accommodation, no questions asked. In Canada, that would apply with respect to meals and accommodation only if you travel internationally, where you have other protection other than Canada's substandard air passenger protection regulations, unfortunately.
So, Gabor, as we look to tie a bow on this conversation, you were saying to people at home they shouldn't be worried right now, and you do have rights ultimately if there is inevitably, potentially a strike.
That's right. That's correct. And if you don't get what you are owed, think about giving a call meeting in person with your federal member of parliament and telling them that passenger rights do matter to you.
Thank you very much for your time, Gabor. As always, Gabor Lucas, the leader of the nonprofit organization Air Passenger Rights. I hope you have a wonderful time in the skies next time you're flying, Gabor.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you.